Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash subscribe, hit the like button, all of that good stuff. So Matchroom USA have now announced their first show back since the coronavirus pandemic. It is headlined by a WBC flyweight title fight. The bout is between WBC champion Julio Cesar Martinez and mandatory challenger Mcwilliams Arroyo. I've got to say, I quite like this fight. Now don't get me wrong, I would rather see Julio Cesar Martinez try to unify the division. I saw a lot of talks online that indicated that Julio Cesar Martinez was going to fight Artem Delakian. Delakian of course is the WBA flyweight champion, but that fight isn't going to happen. I read that Delakian's team were not interested. Not sure how true that is, but Julio Cesar Martinez will now be fighting Mcwilliams Arroyo instead. And I've got to say, I don't really mind this fight. First and foremost, as you guys know, I really like Julio Cesar Martinez. I think he is one of the breakout stars in Mexican boxing over the last 12-18 months. I felt he looked excellent against Christopher Rosales. He destroyed Andrew Selby and he recently beat Jay Harris in a really good fight. I'm actually really high on Julio Cesar Martinez. First and foremost, he's very exciting. I think the guy has a high ceiling. I don't think the guy's anywhere near his best yet. And yeah, quite frankly, I just think the guy's got a high ceiling and I believe he will develop over the next 12, 18 months, 2 years. And I think this guy could be a very, very good fighter. And he already is, to be honest, but I see him getting better. But his opponent, Mcwilliams Arroyo, is a real sort of hard-nosed top 10 contender. Mcwilliams Arroyo is a good fighter. First and foremost, at flyweight, he can punch. That has to be said. He's an aggressive fighter with decent skills, and he always puts in a good account of himself. I'll just quickly go through his main losses. He recently lost to Kazuto Ioka, but again, didn't get stopped, had some good moments. He also lost to Roman Gonzalez back in 2016. Again, didn't get stopped, had some moments. And in 2014, he lost to Amnat Rienrong for the IBF flyweight title. And I've got to be honest, I watched that fight at the time, and I felt Mcwilliams Arroyo did enough to beat Amnat Rienrong, to be honest. So in my opinion, this guy should have been a world champion. Also, just to let you guys know, he actually has a win over Carlos Cuadras as well. That was a good win, a bit of an upset at the time. So Mcwilliams Arroyo, is the guy the best fighter in the division? No. Is he even top 3, top 4, top 5? No. But the guy is a solid contender. He's been around a little while now. He's experienced. He's got a very good chin. He can punch and he comes to fight. He's a solid contender, and in my opinion, this is a solid title defense for Julio Cesar Martinez. So I've got no problem with this fight. I think stylistically, this fight should be entertaining, to be honest. And listen, like I said earlier, Mcwilliams can punch, and Julio Cesar Martinez sometimes is a little overzealous. He does make defensive mistakes. Who knows what could happen if Mcwilliams kind of times him coming in with a big shot. You never know, but going into this fight, I would obviously favour Julio Cesar Martinez. But yeah, I do like this fight. I've not got a problem with this fight whatsoever. So a good fight put on by Matchroom USA. Also on this card, there are a couple of other fights. You've got Shakram Giasov, the super lightweight prospect. He is going to be fighting Francisco Rojo, so I'm interested to see how Giasov looks. Apart from that, you've got a few prospects on the card like Nikita Ababi and Raymond Ford, and you also have a women's world title fight between Cecilia Breakhouse and Jessica McCaskill. I'm not the biggest fan of female boxing, but I think I'll watch the weigh-in for that one. You know, both girls look pretty good, so there we go. But I like this main event. Julio Cesar Martinez versus Mcwilliams Arroyo. Share your thoughts below. Peace.